Hello, it's Mr. Egg here. On today's video, we're here in Pattaya, Second Road. Now, before I started to work here in Pattaya, I used to come on holiday, and most of my holidays, I never went in any go-go's. I always used to go in beer bars, and most of them, other than Soi 6, were here along Second Road, including this one, possibly one of the oldest beer bars that I remember. I've got loads of stories to tell you as we walk and talk along Second Road and some of the sois off it. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like and don't forget, subscribe to the channel. I do remember from almost my first trip here, this sign, this beer bar, according to the English translation, says Tao Kai Bar. Now, Kai means egg, so I always remembered it because my name was Mr. Egg. But if you look at the Thai spelling, it actually says Tao Kai, which means chicken. So I'm not sure whether they've got the translation wrong or whatever. But this sign has been up for over 20 years, at least 20, maybe even 25 years. And this was the entrance to a beer bar complex, which at the time was called the Made In Beer Bar Group. And that obviously morphed into Made in Thailand, and then loads of beer bars now go all the way to the back where it joins Tree Town. So this is just a huge beer bar complex, but at the time not so big. And I do remember these bar stores that are looking a bit old and tired now. I used to spend many an evening plonked on there playing Connect 4 and everything with the girls, and just loads and loads of girls, maybe 15-20 girls in each of these beer bar complexes. Sad to see it the way it is. We are filming this in December 2020, right in the middle of COVID. Anyway, from here, let's go and have a walk and see what else we can find. So here we are on Second Road and Soi 13. Unlucky for some, but not for me. One day when I was on holiday, this was about 2004, something like that. And there's a load of beer bars at Soi 13 on Second Road. It's called Soi Diana. Let's go and have a walk and I'll talk about it. By the way, just before we do that, the world's worst land encroachment right here, Kiss Food, wanted to expand. So why not just build on the pavements? Brilliant idea. Anyway, I digress. Back to 2004, so it's about 15 years ago. And we're gonna see it in a minute. There's a beer bar, and it was called the Fall in Love Bar. It was called Fall in Love Bar. And I was on a motorbike, possibly with another young lady, going up here, and to the right of me, I saw a girl sitting in a bar, and my goodness, she looked amazing. Beautiful, dark skin, you know, long black hair, olive eyes and everything. But the one thing that really stuck out about her was these amazing breasts. She had this huge chest on a very, very slim body. Now, that obviously got my attention, as it was everybody else in the bar, because every time I came to this bar, for some reason, she was occupied. And then I came the next day, and guess what? She was with another customer, because she was the bar superstar, and the bar superstar is never available. Anyway, I was persistent. This huge chest had just memorized me. So, next day, I came. She was available, and I said, oh, you know, can I buy you a drink? And she goes, oh, I haven't eaten yet. I've got to go and get some food. She wasn't the most friendly of girls, put it like that. And I says, oh, okay. Gave her some money to go and get some food, and she sat there and ate it. And then I said, you know, gave her another couple of drinks, and I said, can we go off together? And she goes, it'll have to be quick. I haven't got all day. I'm busy here. I'm really busy. Oh, right. Well, I'm not really picking up good vibes from this girl, but this chest has just got me hypnotised. So, okay, no problem. So we stroll off, get a motorbike taxi, and we're off. And she goes into the shower, comes back, and she's got her little towel on, you know, and I'm sitting there, and then she takes it off, the big reveal. And I say to her, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I said, you've got quite a big chest, haven't you? And she goes, what do you mean you haven't noticed already? I said, no, I was looking at your beautiful eyes. He says, well, everybody says my chest is the best. I mean, everyone absolutely loves it. And I says, well, didn't really notice until now. Oh, well, that was it. Anyway, don't really remember much about what happened afterwards, but I still got to see the biggest chest, and it was at this bar. I really did fall in love. Wow, this is a really, really sad sight. This is a bar at the second road end of Soi 6. In fact, Soi 6, the entrance to it, is just over there. But I used to love coming to these bars here. Now, there was at least 3 bars and possibly more. The bar right at the end on the left-hand side, where now there's just nothing, they used to have a stage where the girls used to get on the stage right at the end of the night, and every night used to sing the song by the 3 Degrees, and I'm not talking about those 3 players from West Bromwich Albion, the real 3 Degrees, When Will I See You Again? And they used to sing that every night right at the end, and they used to go, when will I see you again? I thought it was a great idea. Anyway, this is the Malee bar, and in its heyday, a fantastic bar. I haven't seen it for many, many years, and I've just come here and it's like this. Clearly some homeless people have been sleeping there. At the back of the bar, I don't know if you can see where those kind of curved design is, you can see that there's kind of a lattice work. What they used to do is they used to put balloons inside those little boxes, and you used to give you darts, and it was a little game. You used to fire darts, and if you knocked the balloons out, you won a prize. Quite a funny story about a girl that I met here. We were chatting to her. I was chatting to her, I'd bought her a drink, and I was wearing a sports shirt, like a golf shirt, from a very, very famous sporting manufacturer. And she looked at it and she started sort of looking at it and turning it inside out. And I says, what are you doing? And she goes, I used to work at the factory that made these shirts. And not just the shirts, but sneakers, sports shoes, all sorts of sportswear. One of the most famous sporting manufacturers. She says she worked in that factory, and obviously that got a conversation going, because the cliche and the perceived thought is in the West is that those factories treat their staff very badly. But she was saying that actually she had a great time there. She was really well looked after. In fact, she showed me her hand, and her hand was missing a finger. And wow, I said, I'm so sorry, what happened? And she said that she was stitching one of these shirts, I think it was a football shirt or something, and she accidentally cut off her finger. It was terrible. She had to stop work at the factory, but she said that the factory not only compensated her in a big lump sum, but the sportswear company even sent her children to school, and then her children were at university. And it's a really different story to the story that some people tell in the West about sportswear manufacturers. Anyway, long story, lovely girl. Obviously, I can't tell you the name of the sportswear manufacturer, but we went out for the evening. It was going really well. She was getting quite amorous, actually, hands all over me. And when we got back to the room, I said, just do it. Just off second road, which is over there. We've come down this, and this is Soi 2. Now, I used to live here on Soi 2, just down there next to the A1 Hotel. But just about here at the top, at the junction with Second Road, there were a load of bars. Now, just up here where this black car is parked, that building there used to be the classroom. There was a classroom here. There's a classroom which is still on Soi 13.4. And I think they were kind of linked at one time, but very, very busy go-go bar in its day. I actually went to the last night that it was ever open, and it was a bit of a sad sight, and it eventually closed. This bar here, at the time, this bar was the first bar that I remember where there were girls dancing in the windows, and I'll show you where they used to dance. These are the windows here, used to be really quite ornate. This ironwork has gone up since to stop people getting in and stealing stuff, obviously. But can you imagine all these windows here? every single window along here had a girl dancing in it, quite scantily dressed as well, little hot pants and the bra, coyote dancers. It was the first bar of its time in this area that used to have girls dancing in a window. Now, I do remember a little story. It happened about here. There was a guy, and he used to have a barbecue stall, you know, one of those where he's got all the barbecues cooking. He's got, whoops, he got run over. That's happened a few times as well, coming out of here drunk. So he's got his chicken on a stick and he's got his pork on a stick. And it used to be just where that white van is there. And you know, at the time, they were the very, very best barbecue. Everybody used to come out, maybe bring a girl, pick up a barbecue on the way back to the room. Very, very arroy. Then this bar opened here, and I noticed that the quality of the barbecue tended to go down. Sometimes it was a little undercooked, sometimes it was a little overcooked, but it certainly had lost its 5-star rating. And the reason was, every now and then, the guy was doing his barbecue, and he was looking over like this, having a look who was at the window, turning it over, having a look at who was the window. The barbecue was on fire, but he didn't care because he was more interested what was going on here than on his stall. Don't know what happened to the guy, but I heard a few years later that he died of a crick neck. There was a bar complex right here. Doesn't look very nice now. It's just a big blue wall. And what happened was, one day, all the bars got emptied. They sold the land. I came down here, as I said before, I was living on Second Road. I walked down here and there was a load of monks and they were consecrating the ground. Little did I know that they were building this hotel, the Big Blue Siam at Siam. It was a very successful hotel in Bangkok and they decided to build one in Pattaya. Great views from the top. I do remember looking at this hotel being built floor by floor by floor. And I do remember they could build a floor in about 10 days. It was that quick, the way they put it together. Anyway, just where this blue wall was here, some great little beer bars, owned by a French guy, I seem to remember. He had 3 or 4 there, and some great times to be had. But like everything here in Pattaya, things move on. And talking of moving on, let's go and see Soi 3. So we're on Soi 3. Again, Second Road, right at the top there. The honey massage right on the corner of that. Some lovely girls that work there. And when I used to live just over there on Soi 2, there's a 7-Eleven just at the top there. And I used to, this is me being the ultimate cheap Charlie. I used to get a bottle of Coke or some kind of soft drink. I used to sit on the stairs outside the 7-Eleven, which was right opposite the stage door, if you like, of Honey Massage 2. And just watching the girls go in, just unbelievable. Some real talent there. Very much aimed at the Koreans and the Japanese market. Anyway, here we are on Soi 3, and this beer bar complex, which is just past, just opposite the A1 Hotel, and some bittersweet memories for me here. This bar here was owned by my friend David. It used to be called the Blue Bar. I know David's back in the UK now, mate, and I hope you're okay. Pummy Bar it's now called, but Blue Bar was there, and it used to have loads of TVs watching the football and everything. Really good bar there. And this bar here was owned by a German guy. I forget the name of the bar, but very bittersweet memories for me, because one night I was a bit of a loose end. I just split up with a girlfriend, and I'd gone to Drinking Street, which is just up there by Terminal 21, and tried to buy a drink for a girl, but for some reason she just would not even look at me. Really annoyed. I'd been there for 20 minutes saying, can I buy her a drink? Can I buy? No, she's busy. Do you think I can buy her a drink? No. So I was really mad, angry. Chet bin, you know, one of them really angry Chet bins. There, I'm never coming back, one of them. Storming down here, feeling really bad. Walked past here, and right here there used to be like a kind of a shelf here where some of the girls would stand or sometimes sit on them very high chairs and call customers, and very attractive lady was sitting right here. We ended up having a romantic evening in the room above the Soi 6 bar, which I referred to in the Soi 6 video. A couple of years later, she ended up being the only woman I ever married. Yes, I met my wife right here. Not shy to tell anyone either. Haven't seen her for a long time, but yeah, good times and bad times. By the way, never told you, the marriage lasted 19 days. Yes, we were together for about 3 years, but we got married and divorced in under 20 days. That could be another video coming up. In the meantime, few of you might remember this famous bar on Second Road, the Atlantic Bar. Would even go as far as saying it was a landmark bar here on the Second Road. Inside, kind of normal beer bar, but there were always girls dancing in the middle part of the beer bar, plus loads and loads of TVs. Really, really busy bar with expats, a lot of British people that used to go there. Really, really pretty girls. The lineup was always amazing. But I must admit, I must have come here about 20, 25, 30 times. Always tried to chat up a girl here, tried to get her to come away with me, but never, ever had success here. I think it had got a bit of a name for the girls being very, very choosy about who they used to go with. And old Mr. Egg never got a chance. It was very, very busy right up until COVID came. And it's been closed for a while now, but I'm sure it will open up again and be just as good as it ever was. Hope you enjoyed all the memories of Second Road. If you've got any special memories or stories you want to tell me about, in the comment section down below. If you've liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We're doing 2 or 3 videos every week now on the channel. So subscribe and you get notifications every time a new one goes up. From us all here in Pattaya, thank you and bye-bye. And every time I tried to come to the bar to see if she was okay, I could see that happening about 10 minutes ago.